Hey everyone, it's your boy Aladdin here with the Chase the Ace Sports Handicapping YouTube channel. I thought our Australian Open video last time was pretty good, had some good picks in it. But anyways, moving on to UFC 285, massive card here. I think it's going to be an amazing one. I'm probably going to go to the casino for it. I think it'll be a really lively atmosphere there. But for the sakes of this video, I'm not going to break down every fight because one, I don't know all these fighters, and two, I just think it'll just take too long. So I'm just gonna start with the Derek Brunson versus DDP, my boy Driscus Du Plessis. Very sharp, very. I think he definitely deserves to be the favorite, but I think minus 230 might be a little too steep on him. He fought Darren Till last time. That guy's damaged goods. You just saw he left the UFC, I think, today or yesterday. So he's damaged goods. Definitely, maybe not the best win. But Brunson, I think he's been out for over a year. He hasn't fought since that Cannoneer fight, and he sort of choked it. He was almost finishing him in the first round, just ran out of gas, and then just sort of cruised and got finished. I think DDP, if he keeps it standing, he will seriously hurt Brunson because Brunson is 39 years old, and I believe he's taken a lot of damage. A lot of his losses are by knockout. I think Izzy knocked him out. Cannoneer knocked him out. Did Whitaker knock him out? I don't know, but a lot of the top middleweights have definitely beaten this guy. He's the ultimate gatekeeper. So I think if DDP can beat him, he'll definitely put his name up there and definitely maybe look for a bigger shot, maybe a Costa fight or someone like that. I think he already has a fight lined up. But you could see here, 10-year difference that's massive in any fight. Basically the same everywhere else though. Not really worried about their whole physicality. I think DDP, as long as he keeps it standing, will win. Probably will win by knockout. But I think Brunson can maybe be a live dog if he gets the wrestling going, because he can, especially when he fought Shabazian. Man, he put that hype train to bed. Same with Holland. Man, he beat him up bad too, I think. But yeah, I think DDP is probably the way to go, and probably by knockout. Moving on to the next one, it is Cody Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. I can't believe I'm saying this in the year 2023, but I actually like Cody Garbrandt in this fight. He's minus 175, little juicy. I think it should probably be more of a pick 'em. I think the guy's like 1-5 in his last 6 fights, and like all the losses are by knockout. Got knocked out by Kai Car France, knocked out by TJ Dillashaw twice. I'm forgetting a few others, but either way, the guy is just definitely on a skid and should probably be maybe not bet with juice, maybe bet him with like Rachmanov or maybe Shevchenko. Dang, she's already minus 900. But yeah, definitely one of those ones because minus 170, not a good odds for a guy who's literally super chinny and is on a horrible skid. But I think they're giving him this fight as basically a bounce back. Trevin Jones, I think he has decent grappling. That's mainly what he's known for. But other than that, I think if it stays standing, Cody should definitely probably knock him out. His hand speed's way quicker, way better footwork, and I think all like I said, it just seems like a fight that they're putting together for him to maybe get a rebound, a little layup on it. And sort of the same with this next one. I'll go, and I'm for the sake of this video, I'll pick Cody Garbrandt, but I probably won't be betting on him just for the reasons I laid out. Next pick or next prediction: Pickett versus my boy Bo Nickel. This guy is just awesome. I know he's only 3-0, but the guy is as legit as they come. If you've seen this guy fight, the guy is just on you in a matter of seconds. His wrestling's insane. I think he was like a D1 all collegiate wrestler, and he's the real deal for sure. And I think Pickett, man, he's going to get overwhelmed the moment this goes to the ground. I think if you could get Bo Nickel by submission anywhere in plus odds, maybe even minus 115, definitely take that because I think that's his main avenue of winning. He'll probably get him to the ground, throw a few punches, maybe even knock him down with a punch. But I definitely see him winning by some sort of choke or armbar. He's this guy I think will definitely challenge. Maybe not this year or next year, but he will Definitely be a top 5 guy, I think, the way he's going. He's sick. He's going to dominate that fight. That's the reason why he's minus 2,000. Next fight, we're going to go on to Gamrot versus Turner. Okay, this fight I think should be really good, but I don't understand the odds in it. So Turner was supposed to face Hooker, and then he broke his toe or whatever. He bitched out, and then Gamrot steps in and late notice. On late notice, minus 210. And he literally got exposed by Dariush last fight. I don't care what anyone says, he lost all 3 rounds of that fight and got dropped in the last round. It was Dariush, the guy is sick. I'm sorry. Everyone sleeps on him. But yeah, Gamrot, I think he's maybe not fraudulent, but I think a little overhyped. All of his wins are basically in another organization, I think like KSW or like Invicta, something like that. But probably most of his wins are from that. He completely robbed Sarukian, just got exposed by Dariush, and is minus 210. I think the tarantula, Jalen Turner, give me that plus 173 all day. I am on this like flies on shit. And I've only seen Turner fight 1 or 2 times, but I could tell you with those long limbs and the way he's going to be on this guy, I think he could knock Gamrot out. I'm serious. So I'm going with the tarantula all day. Dog of the night, in my opinion. Moving on. Shevchenko versus Grasso. She opened up at like minus 550. Now she's like minus 1,000, basically. All value is basically lost. I would say, I want to say maybe she wins by finish since it's a 5-round fight, but she looked pretty shitty in her last fight against Santos. Almost lost it. Lost the first 2 rounds and came back. It was a good comeback, I will admit. But at 35 years old, you got to think, like, when is the chink in the armor going to show? I think she's won her last 7 or 8 title defenses, so I'd be wary, but I think she definitely wins and wins by finish fairly easily. But you know what happened with Amanda Nunes? I mean, minus 1,200 at the beginning of the fight, minus 3,000 live, and chokes it. Wouldn't doubt if her family live better or faded her. They knew she was going to throw that shit. But anyways, I'm moving on to the next fight. Shevchenko, probably in round 1 or 2, I'm calling it, by ground and pound. Jeff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. I have Rakhmonov all day long in this fight. I don't think they offer it yet, but if you could get Shavkat inside the distance, I would seriously, anything under minus 200, seriously max bet hammer that. I think he's 14-0, 7 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission. The guy's super well-rounded, and, I mean, he's going to dominate this fight. I'm sorry. Jeff Neal is just super flat-footed. He can take a punch, can give a punch, too. I'll admit that. But I just think this is, again, another one of those fights the UFC is giving it to this guy, and he's going to easy layup. I'm sorry. Round 1, triangle choke for Rakhmonov. I think he will easily dominate this fight, break the bank on Rakhmonov. I seriously think this guy is just going to roll in this fight. He's going to be a top 5 guy one day. I'm telling you. He's going to fight Kaimaev also, too. But moving on, Rakhmonov, lock of the night. I'll say that. Moving on to the main event. So, John Jones has been away for 3 years, moving up to heavyweight against a guy who's really well-rounded and is still minus 170. And do I agree with the odds? Probably. I mean, the guy is the GOAT. I'm sorry. I just don't understand how anyone could hate on this guy. I mean, maybe outside of the ring, but look at how he is as a fighter. Super well-rounded, probably one of the best wrestlers of all time. Maybe he's been taken down once, I think, by Gustafsson. I don't think he's ever been knocked down. And Gane, he just got exposed by Francis. Francis had no wrestling before that fight, and then he just laid on top of him easy. I mean, Francis made Gane look like a slouch on the ground. So what do you think Jones is going to do to him? I think if Jones if he gets this to the ground, he might have a field day. And I want to say Jones by decision because his last, I think, 8 or 9 fights, or at least 8 or 9 wins, I think, have been by decision. But I think he could definitely get, like I said, if this goes to the ground, I think Gane might be overwhelmed and seriously get hurt. The over in the fight, over 4.5, I think is a good bet. I think it will be mainly standing, but that's up to Gane. He's got to make sure his takedown defense is on point and mainly just keep his range, to stay out of the way of John shooting on him and getting down low on him. I think the best fight pick would probably be Jones by decision. That has to be plus odds. If it's not, yeah, Jones by decision plus 175. I think that's the best for picking a fighter, but I think the best bet is probably just the over. I think the over, it's not the best odds now, but maybe just pair it again, big favorite. And I think it definitely goes over. Maybe not definitely, but I think it's 80% chance in my mind. I just see both these guys standing here for most of the fight, and maybe I see 1 or 2 takedowns landed by Jones that really decide the fight, but they're not dominant in a per se fashion. But they could be, like I said earlier. Anyways, that's going to finish up this video. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know I was sort of ranting on a few of these, but I think there's some good picks. Let's just go back over it. Little rundown. Forgot to mention Gary. Seems like a shoo-in bet. So Gary seems like a lock. Shevchenko, basically a lock at those odds. Bo Nickel, inside the distance, a lock. Don't want to call DDP a lock, but I think he will win that fight. Guy is pretty gutsy, and he will find a way to win that, I think. Brunson, I think, actually hangs up the gloves after the fight. He's pretty old, pretty damaged, too. So, and dog of the night, Turner, gotta love that. I think he wins by knockout. And favorite of the night, Rachmanov. Gotta love that guy. Inside the distance, too. But that'll round off the video. Thanks for everyone for listening. And just want to shout out Blood Money Bets. This Discord has been really popping. So definitely check it out for sure. Have a good one, everyone.